All right. So today I wanted to present to you all a presentation about why we should begin adopting um, magnetic conveyor belts and maglev conveyor belts um, in industry and in factories all over America. So actually, in real life, uh, recently, aside from the prompt of this, I attended the Industrial Solutions Expo with my with the Applied Engineering Club. We were doing it as a student group, and it was an expo sort of oriented toward um, selling products to companies. There were tech demos on the, I guess they called it the sales floor. Um, And so at that expo, I actually got to witness part of this product set out by not the company that we'll reference here, but a company. And it actually struck me as very cool. Generally, I'm not interested in more um, material transportation type technology, I'll say, but this was actually very interesting overall. All right, so I'll get into what it is about maglev conveyors and why companies are advertising them and why they should be in industry. So to begin with, um, they're just faster than traditional conveyor belts. Um, assuming that uh, your item can fit within carts, which they can be. Uh, I saw the company that was presenting at the expo um, was I think 10 square feet of surface area in this cart, and it had small walls to keep the items within the cart. Um, and the cart could carry 500 pounds, which is a lot just from magnetic levitation. Um, so just achieving very great speeds. Another thing is that there are very few moving parts. Now, if any of you have worked in a factory or know anybody who works in a factory, that belts, if you don't really watch, pinch yourself, or you can get very badly hurt with traditional belts, like traditional style conveyor belts, wire mesh, or fabric. Um, so the way that it works, and this will kind of get into low equipment complication as well. The way that they work, there's essentially like four parts. There's the sort of frame to the track. It kind of looks like a train track. Um, there is the magnetic coils within the track. There's the cart, and then there are transformers underneath the track, which step up voltage from traditional industrial output. Um, so really the only moving part there is the cart, and so long as you're not being blatantly wrong in where you put your hands, there's no way you can really hurt yourself. Um, Again, kind of also getting into low equipment complication, low maintenance cost and time. There are really four major parts, and interchanges. When you get into like interchanges and elevators, which I'll talk about a bit more in a minute, that's going to be more complication and more preventative maintenance and that kind of thing. But the bulk of the track going straight is going to um, like I said, it's essentially four parts. The businesses that do this, they um, for factory, it's different. They create systems custom for each factory and for each install. So they will be able to provide you with the parts that you need as you need them. And I understand that this person was selling the product to me, but it seemed like there is not a lot of, you know, times where these products need to be replaced. Uh, Next, we've got low factory footprint. So traditional conveyor belts cannot go straight up and down, and they can't take a very steep angle. Um, so they have to sort of meet a 45-degree, um, and this creates a lot of footprint throughout the factory. But um, these uh, these carts can be moved onto small elevator type things, working on the magnetic system through pneumatics is what raises and lowers them. Um, and they can go straight up and straight down. It really reduces the footprint of conveyors in factories. Um, the all-time 3D movement, what I was really getting at with this point is there can be as many carts. You can be bumper to bumper with carts. The demonstration that I watched, it looks like a traffic simulation, almost like a perfect traffic. This is how traffic would flow if everybody was doing exactly what they're supposed to do. So you can have, it's not just like a few carts, you can fit just as many items as you would on a conveyor belt onto this system, and they can move however you need them to. Next, I'm going to just get into a small video to kind of show you what I think about. It's like 10 or 20 seconds worth of clip. You obviously don't have to count that within my presentation time, but I just wanted to show you what it was like because I think it's cool. So lots of rails, um, obviously a buffer. Um, just this is all done by magnets. Very cool, very small. I mean, a lot smaller footprint than traditional factory things. Um, so that was just a small example of what this can be. These are the article and video and the event that I referenced in this presentation. Thank you very much for listening.